Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeons. So, the plan for today's episode is simple. I realized there's a very nice combination that we can attempt here using Ishmael's Ardor Blossom Star, a team built around fueling the resources needed for it, and the Grey Coat. When using a multi-target skill, increases damage by 20%, and it also heals 20% of the damage dealt. Now, in case you don't know what the significance of that is, Ardor Blossom Star's Corrosion is a 5 target. Its big downside is the fact that you lose 10% of your max HP on use, but chances are it's a 5 target, so there's a very high chance that on a corrosion we'll be able to heal the 10% of the max HP as long as we deal damage equal to. Well, as long as we deal damage equal to like roughly half of Ishmael's HP, aka like 100 damage or so with it, it'll pay for itself thanks to the Grey Coat. And of course, raises stagger damage if people hit, which is very strong. And just inflicts a bunch of burn, and I mean, it's a 41. Of course, the issue is going to be, we're going to need to keep Ishmael's sanity low, but not too low to corrode. Let's see, I've created a team that's going to be very good at fueling the resources we need. Because we need Wrath, Lust, and Envy. Each use of it costs 4 Wrath, 2 Lust, and 1 Envy, unless we corrode, in which case it's 6 Wrath, 3 Lust, and 2 Envy. So we'll see just how well this could work. Because I think this could be a very strong, like, concept. Ardor Blossom Star's Corrosion used to be a 1 target, but the upside brings it all the way up to a 5 target. Which is very notable. We can immediately use it, and we can immediately corrode it too. So why don't we immediately get started with the gimmick? Another possible like synergy with it is the fact that if we use Capote, it'll play wrath damage up to herself next turn, so we could combo that into Ardor Blossom Star in some longer fights. Oh yeah, and also because of her passive, she's going to deal even more. Is this blunt on corrosion? It is blunt on corrosion, that's what I thought. It's pierce on non-corrosion. But she'll gain plus 10% blunt damage for every 3 burn count on target. So this just makes it seem like everything's like going perfectly like for getting like a very strong like build here. I feel like that ego icon doesn't look right, but fine. So yeah, she's took 20 damage there, which is 10% of her HP. And then she's gonna do more than enough damage to heal that back, if I believe. Yep, she healed 51. And she staggered literally everyone she hit. Because the fact it already does like a bunch of damage. It did like 50 damage to each on average, and then roughly 60% of the damage, so roughly 30 of it was dealt as stagger damage. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Cause like I haven't slept on Ardor Blossom Star. I've known it's a good ego since the very beginning. It's got like one of the best rolls of any ego. I just don't think I've ever really built around it. But now like there's so much going in its favor. I feel like I have to. Sure, we'll take this. SP down, that's good. We can make it. We gotta keep Ishmael's sanity like low so we can get the tails. Because if we get the head, it's like a 20 roll instead of a 40 roll, which is a very big difference. We're going into a blunt weak fight, so Ardor Blossom Star could absolutely decimate these guys. The issue right now is we do not want to use it because it is absolutely going to corrode. And if it corrodes, it'll target random people, I'm fairly certain, so don't think I want that. It can just be a little bit of a lust turn. Heal some sanity with the whistles, and by hopefully winning clashes with Ishmael, get her closer to like 0 or so sanity. Then I think it'll be safe. We probably really don't want Commemorative Coin here, because that's a really good way to get everyone killed. But we'll see. Who knows? I guess we should probably do the math on the sanity. How much of a sanity cost does Ardor Blossom Star take? It's 20 sanity, so it's 30 on corrosion. So if you're at -1 sanity, it should be safe to pull this out. I'm gonna get a big wrath going. Oh, you're doing your other attack first. Makes sense. It's only your secondary, so it's not gonna kill or anything. But then she'll actually use the mass attack. Oop. I killed the guy, but it's fine. Yeah, 41, there we go. And so this will be like, she'll spend like 30 sanity, so she's at -31. I think as long as she doesn't go to -35, we're fine. I think that's the threshold. If I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere within that range, of course. And she healed 100 HP from that, yeah. As you do. God. I'm gonna go for another Blunt Weak fight. Ishmael's sanity is at 3 right now, so she can immediately use it again. We'll definitely have some issues funding it if we use it too often. But I think we've got like enough of like an ability to like raise the resources needed with this team. We don't have enough Wrath right now, for example, but we will. Not this turn, not next turn, but turn after that. The next fight, it should be ready for another Ardor Blossom Star Corrosion. So, something that, helps with ego resources would be very beneficial right now. Something like a Perversion especially. That's an insane way to get Wrath back whenever we get a kill with, well, Ardor Blossom Star. Because if we kill with Ardor Blossom Star, because it's a Wrath one, Perversion would make it so we'd gain, like, 3 resources for every kill, and those being the 3 resources we need, because those are the 3 sin affinities that Ishmael has with her Leo identity: Wrath, Lust, and Envy. She's very high sanity right now, which isn't great. But it's fine. This is just the kind of fight where her sanity's gonna get a little higher than I'd like it to be. Because in such a situation, we can always try going for the non-corroded one as well. It's only a 3 target, and it doesn't have, like, quite as funny synergy. But it's still not bad, and it'll still reduce her sanity without, pushing it too far. We'll see. If we look at the non-corroded one, which I haven't really paid too much attention to, it's a 19 plus 22, 20 sanity cost. Similar-ish effect. It doesn't cost the HP, so the healing doesn't matter as much from the gray coat. But it's still probably good if we're too sane. Although the corrosion's even more sanity, so I think I just want to use that to get her down. Yeah, corrode this, a little bit of Wrath Resonance. Yeah, getting a lot of heads because she hasn't spent the sanity yet, but there's a decent chance she gets tails. Yes, excellent. There's a 35% chance of tails, to be precise. These guys resist blunt, but it's still gonna, like, do a lot of damage. Yeah. This was against a bunch of people who resisted it, and they're still, like, all doing horribly. Inflict a bunch of burn. Does inflict burn to my allies, too? I think so. Burn by 2 times Wrath Resonance to all units. So yeah, we inflicted 8 burn to everyone there. Which is fine, because, like, there's no burn count. We're not going for a burn build, per se. We don't have, like, that much burn stuff. Although we definitely could if we got some decent Neo gifts for the cause. We're mainly going for Ardor Blossom Star, just straight up killing. The burn's a little bit of an afterthought, really. But, like, Dust to Dust, absolutely very great for that. To make it so the burn will add up quicker. Oh, there's Sun Shower. Alright. You know what? If you insist. Jeez. Really just gonna give that to me immediately. Oh, I forgot to add some to the team. Whoops. Silly me. Are we doing well enough for resources to pop it immediately? Yes. We are. So maybe I should avoid going for Wrath stuff this turn. Because if I avoid it, then I'm not going to inflict too much bleed to my own people. It's just going to be like no bleed because of the fact that it isn't a resonance of Wrath. Or burn. No burn to my people. They both start with B. Close enough. And a tails. So this is total decimation. Yeah, 627 damage. Not bad. 125 healing. Not bad. Yeah, God, Perversion would be such an insane get right now. So you should give it to me, I think. I think that would be funny. First, you get Disc Fragment. This fragment's like a little bit an additional benefit. Not really enough to warrant it. Ryosha skills, I don't think we need to change that. I think Wrath and Envy are the ones we need the most still, which are her skills 1 and 2 respectively. Weak to Pierce. Which year is more Envy? You've got 1 Envy. You've got a bunch of Wrath, though. That's probably good then. We only need 2 Envy per usage. We can probably get an average of 2 Envy per fight. And we only need 1 Envy if we don't corrode it as well, so... We might not corrode it this turn, this time because they're weak to... Yes, these guys are weak to Blunt, but these guys are weak to Pierce. Oh, we can't even use it here. We don't have any Envy right now. Ooh. That's not good. Do we have, like, an Envy defense? No. Struggling with Otis. We're gonna need to clash here anyways. So you can get something eventually. Struggling with both of these. How much damage you take? A little bit. Can you evade it? Possibly. And yeah, you can just counter that. Get a little Wrath off because we've got, like, no Envy this turn, unfortunately. Oh, nice crit. Here we go, now we can get the Envy we need, so next fight we'll be able to pop a immediate Ardor Blossom Star. Assuming the other Envy attack goes off from Ishmael. And there it is, yes. Yeah, it's just skill 3. Do we have anyone with an Envy skill 1 in this team? We might not. You got an Envy skill 3, skill 3, skill 2, skill... Oh, it's skill 1 for you, that's right. You just didn't draw it at all. And we'll go for Wrath on everyone else that isn't going for Envy, or I can agree anything. Because the more time we spend, you know, clashing with, like, Ishmael, the higher her sanity's gonna get. Which is not good for getting the negative result on the corroded Ardor Blossom Star. And, oh! That's nice. Dealing damage to anything, Bluster Burn, inflict 3 burn on the targets. That's nice. And double their burn if they've got 20 plus burn. We need some burn count stuff then. And I mean burn count stuff other than, you know, the burn count on our actual units. I mean ashes to ashes. Or I mean dust to dust. Ashes to ashes is bad. Dust to dust is a good one. Just giving everyone 2 burn count immediately. Give it some time to build up. You guys. We can go for this immediately. Wrong one. They resist that one. Oh, I do not want to use your ego, no. I'm gonna go for the Wrath Resonance here. Might as well go for the stupid burn. That guy's immediately negative 45 sanity, how? One of the enemies was at negative 45 sanity already. Huh? They just see it wrong? Oh, 613 damage. Oh. Only one of them's alive. Okay, that guy's at negative 45 sanity for a good reason. He just watched everyone explode. We'll do this so we can at least get 1 NB. Just to make sure, since that's currently the thing we're in the most desperate need to vie for. What's the passive Ardor Blossom Star? It's something like whenever you deal damage, inflict blue burn to random people. Not the most useful one. Ooh, boss that's weak to Pierce and Wrath. How convenient. I mean, it's gonna be like, what is it? It's Pink Shoes or Hurtley. It's Hurtley. That's not as lucky then. We can pop like the uncorroded Ardor Blossom Star here. Or maybe we should just still corroded anyways. Wrong one. I feel like we should. And then we're gonna use this fight to just build up stuff as otherwise. Cause like, I think we all know that this is not gonna be a very fun fight. It's gonna take forever because these guys are far too survival. They've got far too much survivability. I wish they'd just die. There we go. We're getting tails like far too often, I feel like. The luck's really been in our favor. 411. Nice. And we cooked anything to the Hurtley itself, so yeah, definitely to 1 HP for it. Do we get all of them to 1 HP? I think we definitely do. And they've got a lot of burn. Yeah, that guy's over 20 burn, but no burn count. Well, it's because Ishmael's our burn count person, isn't she? Yeah, the only people here that are... The only burn units we have are these two, but Leo Gregor doesn't have any burn count on anything he owns. Funnily enough. Well, you don't need to Ardor Blossom Star again or anything. You've got the passive. Target is burn if like burn on 3 random enemies. Yeah. Work time, so excited. Target 6 is burn if like burn count, that'll probably happen. Guys have dive that one. Calm strike, gripping. And keep on going for this guy a little bit then. So you should probably go for this and you should flash that. You can redirect this guy neutral, that's fine. It's Heathcliff. If he takes damage, you know, good. That way he can get his mass attack skill 3 off. Unfortunately, he still managed to win the clash, so no skill 3 mass attack for us. Sad. Okay, 20 burn, and Ishmael's gonna flick some burn count onto him. So it'll get doubled. He's gonna be taking a bunch of damage now. He's already staggered. Yeah, 32 burn with a 3 count. Oh, nice. We should switch Sinclair's ego, shouldn't we? Because if we would take his other ego, he can inflict burn count, can't he? Let's see, now... Investigate the factory. Almost hit the wrong thing out of instinct. That would not have been fun. Dominating. Dominating. Yeah, sure, do that. Do that. That's not gonna clash. Oh, you gotta do that. Alright, that'll work. And you guys can just keep on attacking him. Target 6 with burn coin power up. Good news for Gregor then. He's getting his coin power up. We get a little bit of sanity for Ishmael. She loses a clash, so she's gonna stay at 0 sanity this turn. Fine by me. Okay, yep. That guy's down to 1 HP, and he's gonna burn to death very easily. He's at maximum possible burn now. Okay, do you love the city you live in? No. Do you love the city you live in? No. Do you love the city you live in? No. Yeah, 99 burn. He's dead this turn no matter what. We might as well hit him with, like, the inner gate elbow strike. Who's that going for? You? That's fine. Who's that going for? You can redirect it. Keep on going for this guy. Make sure everyone dies. Like that. I guess I didn't clash against that because I didn't really pay attention to it. That's fine. I think I meant to clash against it, but I guess I just proceeded to not do it after talking about how I should. There we go. There goes the big cyborg man. One coin was all you need. And down they go. Not too bad of a hurdly fight. It definitely takes a while, but meh. There's a lot worse than Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, that's for sure. All enemies have burn inflict 2 burn all enemies. This does like nothing for us. I genuinely think the damage up on Abnos is more damage overall than the burn. I still don't know why I say that like it's like a controversial opinion. I think it's definitely fair to say that Illusory Hunt's kind of boring. But it's still better than Ashes to Ashes, and it's 2 burn on all enemies. Ooh, I'm quivering. I am quivering. Wrong one. There we go. Corrode that. She'll be at like neutral-ish sanity, so maybe it'll go well. We'll do that to get some burn off. Even though burn doesn't matter. It'll just be a little bit of additional damage. It won't like actually add up. Yeah, there's the heads. That's still fine though. 176. Yeah. Still enough damage to heal up. As long as she does 100 damage and she's net neutral as far as the HP goes. And this... yeah, that kills. Even if it didn't kill, the burn would have definitely finished him off. And we do something like this here. Sure. Make sure we build up an Envy. It's going to be Wrath we're going to be missing out on up soon. But that's also fine because we've got a lot of Wrath. I'm not too worried that we're going to run out of it or anything. There's always plenty in store. Rest up. Heal everyone up. People are slowly losing HP from all the burn I'm inflicting on them. Whoops. Hehe.
칼을 부딪힐 시간입니다.
Alright, you guys. We'll do this again. Then we'll do like that. And we're gonna need Wrath now. -6 sanity was enough to make it a corrosion tails. That's good. 330. A little bit of damage. And if they don't get staggered, they're gonna get staggered by the stagger damage. God. Yeah, they all just died. Easy as that. I know, like, this is definitely just another case of, oh, mass attack spam, but I feel like I'm putting an interesting enough twist on it this time. This is a mass attack spam that isn't spammed as frequently as, like, Sun Shower or Legerdemain. Place Ishmael's skill. You give her another skill 3. I think I'll go for that. I'll be replacing a Lust with a Envy, which is probably good. Healing, bleed stuff. I think we're fine. Not getting anything. I guess I should have switched out Sinclair's ego. We need to use his ego for it to actually matter, though. Which we're probably not going to use, because, I mean, it's Wrath, Lust, and a little bit of Gluttony. If we want to use his stew ego. His lifetime stew. See. And these guys are... honestly, might be a time for a non-corroded one. These guys are weak to Pierce, and these guys are all resistant to Blunt. They're weak to Slash. So this guy will be hit for a neutral, and these two will be hit for super effective. Good. Fine by me. It's probably gonna roll tails here, yeah. Which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Still a pretty strong attack. And it costs less to do this for... I mean, it probably still would have been more damage to go for the corroded version, but there wasn't really too much of a need to. Person blew up from all their bleed. We need some Wrath now. Otherwise, we're doing perfectly fine on our other resources. Given how we've got more Lust than Wrath, I think in the team overall, Lust is doing perfectly fine since we need like a half as much Lust as we do need Wrath. 6 Wrath, 3 Lust, 2 Envy for overclock. Pierce weak fight, that means it's gonna be Morel. Or it could be Nico, actually, right? Nico or Morel. Yeah, it's Nico. We can pop the uncorroded one then. Actually, they're neutral to Blunt, so we'll go for the... Actually, let's take a look. Yeah, that's gonna hit like no one. Wrong one. If we had this, it'll at least hit more people. Because Nico's annoying, taking up 2 slots. When he could just be taking up 1. How rude. God, everyone's getting their power thanks to Sun Shower, thanks to the Ardor Blossom Star. Oh, Gregor managed to beat Nico. So Nico's gonna have a bunch of burn already. Was it burn count that mattered for Ishmael's passive? I think it was burn count. So she's not gonna get the damage buff. I think it's like, what, every 3 burn counts a 10% damage increase? Up to 9 burn count. We do not have a lot of burn count. Couple staggers, bunch of stagger damage, bunch of burn damage. We could do it again. We can't do it again. Not safely, I realize. Like that.
침착한 결과입니다.
Nice.
어때? 죽을 것 같지?
Just Nico and one of his grunts left then. Which should be very much something we can deal with. Go for a lot of wraths. We're doing good on Lust and Envy now. So it's wrath time. 6 wrath per usage. It's a lot. Especially when we, you know, double dip on our Blossom Stars. We shouldn't do that too much though.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Okay, bunch of burn. I mean, he just dies. Burn's not really going to be a factor. Yep. Heathcliff finishes him off. Healing, letting your Pierce defense level down. Wrath or Bleed inflicts bleed. I'll take this just because Wrath. It'll be a lot of damage. Guess I should have taken the plushie. Oh well, too late now. Too late to change my choices. And there we go, that's a little more Wrath thanks to Sinclair.
가라면 가야지.
You guys. They're in for a little bit of a rude awakening. With that I mean I'm gonna kill them. Which is fairly rude.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
Is this gonna be countered? Is that why it's one side? I assume so. Yeah. But now the mass attack goes through. Aw, 21, unfortunate. Which is, you know, still like, that's like a max roll on some of the other mass attacks. It's close to like the max roll for like Fluid Sac. And you know, they're all staggered. They're all dying. There's one alive. So we can finish it off with an execution. Just like that. There we go. A little bit of sanity for everyone, which I guess I don't want. I also don't know if it worked. Doesn't seem like it. Hard to say. I feel like I would have seen like some of the sanity text, but I guess they were off screen, so it could have worked and I could have just not been able to see. Sinclair skill piece of relationship special contract. I'll take the contract. Sinclair skill doesn't matter. I guess we could give him another skill 2 instead of skill 1. I think that's a good play, I think. I forget what it is, but I think his skill 1 is Pride. Therefore we don't need it. Do we have any charge on this team at all? Not in the slightest. Alright. We can get the Wrath, Absolute Resonance off. So we'll get that benefit from the employee card. Yeah, that was a good choice for Sinclair, because we turned a Pride into a Wrath. Yeah. For a cheap price of 75 cost. Satisfactory. Pride does nothing for us, after all. You guys, which means a bunch of things that are weak to blunt, although resistant to wrath. First things first, let's just clash with everything else. See what deserves to be mass attacked. This one? I guess I don't get to choose, that's right, forgot about that. 4, that's fine. 3, that's fine. Do that. Go for those.
베어내기 충분합니다.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸?
A bunch of random attacks. We're gonna the ones that are staggered, I think, just die. Oh no, that one just died without needing to
그럼 이번
be hit by the
전투를
mass
쉽게 시켜갈 수
attack.
있을 거야.
I see. Fair enough.
힘은 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히
I have max sanity still. And it was enough. The 35% tails is actually paying off in my favor for once, god. Usually I have the exact opposite luck. 508 damage across those 4 guys. It's just the last guy left. Which Heathcliff almost just straight up killed.
다소 유리하구려.
So we just go for damage now and it's enough.
해보겠습니다.
Yep, Gregor finishes him off.
다음.
Very nice. All eyes gain poison count. Alright then. It's actually pretty decent for like you. I also do realize I forgot to bring Shidon, who I was very clearly meaning to bring. Who's a very would you look at that? Literal perfect. You know, Shidon is like the perfect stuff for this build. I don't know why I didn't bring her. I meant to. Should probably get rid of Sinclair. Guess we've already invested in Sinclair a little bit, though. But Shidon literally is the 3 resources I need, and I think I just completely forgot. I brought She Heathcliff. I was definitely thinking about it, but then I think I took someone else instead. And just completely forgot Shidon is literally perfect for this. Having 3 Wrath, 2 Envy, 1 Lust. These guys are weak to Wrath. So this will go pretty well. Unstable. Oh, I don't have enough Wrath. Who's going to target, though? Don't think I want that. Yeah, no. Only hitting 1 enemy.
나중에
Alright, we'll wait for the second turn to do so then. Just make sure, Sinclair, you hit the counter. You'll be fine, Sinclair. Oh no, you can't. You gotta clash against this guy. That's fine then. Okay, Otis. You will not hit the counter. No, you will. Yeah. What I know for certain is that we definitely do not want to have to worry about the counter, when it's time for the mass attack to go through. Because if they counter our mass attack, they're gonna get like a 40 damage attack on me. Okay, a little bit of burn on them. Sinclair loses his clash. Not really a shock there. I just really wanted him to clash against it so we'd clash. And that guy got some healing, which is fine. We're getting his instincts down. That's what really matters right now. Don't really care about the actual HP values of them. First turn, they're just gonna resist stuff. Yeah, she took that fine. They're super slow, so I actually don't know if your mass attack is worth it at this point. Honestly, you should just try and take them down. Albert cover that guy. Ingredient Hunt. Integrate Elbow Strike, and like Acupuncture. Got the whistles off. Good stuff. Stream Edge Sinclair should be able to kill the bottom guy, I presume. Especially thanks to the Wrath weakness these goons have. And the fact that he's got 45 burn, so we probably wouldn't find no matter what.
힘은 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
Critical, god.
적확한
Yeah, we are doing far too much damage. There's just one of them left. The big guy somehow managed to die there.
저희가 이길 것
And
같아요.
he got staggered with burn. Alright then. If you insist. Go for a bunch of Wraths. Build our Wrath supply up. Everything else is still doing fine. I'm going for the Envies just because. Ravaging Cut. This will do actually a lot of damage. Yeah, 3 HP, so we get 1 Wrath off this turn and 2 Envies. And we killed with the Wrath, though, so we gained 1 Wrath, 1 Lust, and 1 Envy, because that's what Ryoshu has, thanks to Perversion. How awesome is that? Envy or burn skill, inflict additional burn by half the skill with total coins. Don't mind if I do. That's pretty good. And middle path into this, and just stick to the top path. A lot of blunt weak fights here. Love to see it. Love to see it. You know, at this store, if we have enough, if there's nothing we want particularly, then I think I'll take Shidon and replace Sinclair. But if we don't have like the currency, if we don't have cost we want to spare, then I just won't. Stable, excellent. Love to see the stable overclock. Means we've got enough cost to not have to worry about killing all of our friends, which happens far more frequently than it really should. There's the possibility now that we get a crit on the Ardor Blossom Star thanks to getting the ego gift from the Yavna fight. Heads, that's fine. They're weak to it. It might not stagger, but it'll still might not kill, but it'll stagger all of them guaranteed. 225 HP. Yeah, I didn't kill them. Unfortunate. Tails would have killed. We're still gonna get a bunch of the things we want because we're gonna kill these guys with Wrath partially. That guy just burnt to death. Just blew up. It's horrible. And this is nice. Kind of late for it to be too useful, but this means like we've got significantly less to worry about now. You only need to get 2 heads here. Because now we'll get at least 1 of every sin resource every fight. So we really only need an average of 1 envy per fight, and like 2 lust per fight, and 5 wrath per fight. It'll even out. Painkiller to Mars Fortune, Ishmael skill. Give Ishmael another skill 3. Might as well. And Painkiller, Thorny Path. None of these particularly speak to me. So let's throw on Shidon. She doesn't need any of her egos where we're going. We'll take that, and then we'll throw in Tomorrow's Fortune, because it could be good. The Rupture is really not going to matter too much to me. Neither will Tomorrow's Fortune, because we're not really doing any Abno fights upcoming, but, it's thought that counts. Sinclair, you get out of here. There we go. Much better. Much better. Sanity's gonna go down. That's fine. But immediately go for this. This does mean that all 3 of these people are gonna try and counter her. Too bad for them. I do not care. And got the tails. Ooh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be very good. They're all staggered, without a doubt. Yeah, like 100 or so damage to each of and every one of them. We had 80 damage per person. They're all dead. They are all dead. God. I think 3 of them just straight up died to the Ardor Blossom Star. The other 2 got finished off by Gregor and Faust, respectively. Very good, which means we got a bunch of stuff from Perversion, assumably. Okay. Sure thing. Might as well. Barbed Snare. It's fine. Doesn't really help us that much. Just a random Rupture Yo gift, really. Shame to see it again. Oh well. You guys, you're slow this time. What's your speed roll? It's 3 to 8. I guess we're just kind of unlucky with our high speed rolls a lot of these times. You know, if it takes that long, you might as well. Oh, it's not letting me. It's still not letting me. Really? There we go, now it's letting me. That was strange. Very strange. Well, we'll go for this. Bunch of lost, that's fine. A lot of them are going to lose clashes, I think, but you know... We got the whistles off, and you know, we're gonna have the mass attack coming for all of them. Any of them who's not staggered yet will be. Oh, that guy got hit by the contract. That's right, the contract's been a big source of damage. I keep on forgetting about that. And it looks like we're winning everything, really. Yeah, we won all those clashes, and now we've got our mass attack coming in. Another Tails, that's good. Issue is when she kills people and gets a bunch of sanity back. Because we want low sanity, not high sanity. They're all stacked on top of each other. Jeez.
완벽한 한 방. 시원한 걸.
Their burn numbers were overlapping, so it looked weird there.
다소 유리하구려.
And just these two left, so we can do a little bit of... You should just defend. We don't want you to do anything here. Whoops, that's not the person I meant to defend. Like that, yeah. There we go.
다음.
처리했어.
Down they go. One more random fight. Another blunt weak. The final boss is...
그냥 눈에 보이는 거 다
Oh.
박살내면 되는 거지?
That's so that no one will cry, isn't it? Hmm. Oh. That's fine. I hadn't really looked ahead. Despite the fact I really should have been looking ahead.
최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면.
Alright. Crow these guys. Lose more sanity, please. Their sanity is far too high. Go insane. Go crazy. Lost the clashes there. I was expecting to lose. Heads, that's fine. Means it might not kill, and therefore she'll be low sanity by the end of this fight, I hope. Guess we need to stop triggering whistles if we want her to be insane for the next fight. Which we really do want, because we're going to want to use the corrosion next fight. It's going to be weak to Wrath after all.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
저희가 이길 것 같아요.
But we can just have you defend, do nothing. Then go for all these Wrath attacks, I think, just to make sure that we build up their Wrath. That's what we're the lowest on. And it'll also trigger Perversion, so we'll still get the other stuff, even though we're using the Wrath. Yep, that's done. So now another So That No One Will Cry fight. Another So That No One Will Cry filter. To finish off a burn run, of course. It wouldn't be a burn run without the biggest possible counter to a burn run, despite that being like a 1 in 6 chance for it to be the final boss, I think. Yeah. Alright, well, my plan's gonna be let Otis die. That's first and foremost. She'll be able to take all the hits but one, and we'll just have to choose someone else to take the other one. Maybe turn 1 we should get some burn count onto him, actually? If we're being smart. We do something like... We're gonna go all in on the body, that's for sure. So that we can get the most benefit from the actual thing. And yeah, Enter a Great Elbow Strike will be good. I guess then you're gonna clash against that. That's fine. Who's being hit? Dawn. Dawn can take it. I guess then Dawn should redirect this one. So that means the people being sacrificed by clashing with him, getting the Cursed Talisman, so they're gonna get all the burn we inflict on him, is gonna be Dawn and Otis. He's gonna have a bunch of burn count by the time we're through with him. Maybe I should have brought one less person so Ishmael could have 2 speed dice. One for ego use, one for burn count use. I was definitely considering it, but I kind of forgot about it. But that's fine. You've got the Cursed Talisman, you've got the Cursed Talisman. Okay, there's 50 burn count. Next turn it's going to be pretty much max burn count, thanks to being doubled by the feather. Oh yeah, but sure was max burn count. And now, Otis also has 50 burn. Dawn also has 50 burn. Okay, Ryoshi's gonna need to take some of these now. She's the next person being marked for death. So you do that and Dawn can take the other one. So now, these three are the people marked to death, and now we're gonna pop this in order to do a bunch of damage to him. We're gonna keep on going for the body, primarily. Like that, it's an overclock. Alright, this will be good. We're about to stagger the body, and once it does get staggered, it's gonna take a stupid amount of damage thanks to the contract. Yep, there it is.
힘은 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
Because we staggered it, it's gonna not mark some people. I think Ryoshi is still getting marked anyways, yeah. So it's still those same three that are marked for death. And here we go, tails for this. It's gonna hit 2 body parts, so it'll do a lot of damage.
세상과 함께 타들어가고 싶었던 내 몸부림이
380 damage. Huh. That just killed.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
And no, Otis somehow survived. No one died there. That was very good. The Ardor Blossom Star did more damage than the contract did. That's funny to think about.
깔끔하게 해결했네요. 가는 길에 우육면
His
드실래요?
job, yeah, it really was. 54% of damage. No one did anywhere near the amount of damage Ishmael did. God. What a funny ego. Oh wow, and I've got enough Starlight to be able to get the next Starlight upgrade. Pass level 337. Nice.
식사는 하셨는가?
Modulize.
어디?
And let's check this real quick. Yep, 499. Which means we can't afford this one, but I don't really want this one. Healing and max HP. I want to do at least one more She run before I get that, because as soon as I get that, She's going to be significantly worse from then on forwards. At least, especially, like, the ones... Mainly She Heathcliff, who gets, like... And She Ishmael. Those two get actually pretty good benefits for being under half. Dawn's aren't as notable. Nothing quite like having, like, a stupid strong 4 coin or a mass tech 2 coin. But it's daily extraction time. And good timing, too. This is currently being recorded 25 minutes before the daily reset happens. So if that run ran on too long, which it really had no chance of doing, I wouldn't have been able to, I would have done the next day's dailies polls instead of the current days. Wouldn't have been good because it would have messed me up entirely. Which it really doesn't matter, but we had a She Heathcliff there. I kind of glossed over it, but that's comedic timing. That's good. It costed a total of 250 shards, technically, in order to upgrade her Ardor Blossom Star. Because it costs 150 thread and 100 Ishmael shards. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. What a funny combination of things we had. And just to dominate, like, a boss that really was the worst possible boss to get. Although, I guess it was the best boss to get, since it was weak to Wrath and Blunt. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.